All right, we're back at it. Week number 2. We have a ton to go through. More housekeeping today, but we'll breeze right through that, get to the recognition, all the good stuff. But let's dive right into it, shall we? All right, Wyatt, take this one away. You were one of the best men of this wonderful event or something.
Yeah,
like that,
so
right?
just shout out to Brett. Brett just got married over the weekend. He was in Moab and it was beautiful. So I wasn't stoked about the date that he chose, but it was the only date that they could find that the venue had availability, and it was a beautiful venue. So
beautiful. Like, I sent pictures to my wife and kids, and my daughters were like just drooling over how pretty it was there.
So it was awesome to be a part of, and got a bunch of our old reps together, our teams in years past, and so it was kind of like a reunion. But just shout out to Brett, and now that you're married, now that's over and done with, it's time to get to work.
Let's do it. You're awesome, Brett. And Liz, for supporting Brett. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but Liz, we love you. It is time to make sure that you subscribe to the channel. So what we want you to do is go to YouTube, subscribe to @Top1Percenter channel, so that when the podcast is released, you get notified and you can watch it either right away or with your team or whatever. But we want to make sure that you're notified that the podcast is released. So go subscribe.
So arbitration policy, you guys need to screenshot this. You guys need to study it. I'm not going to go through all the bullet points. There's kind of a lot to understand, but the reason it's really important for you guys to understand this is it's going to fall on you if you don't follow the policy, right? I think the mistake that we keep seeing guys make, and I know I used to do this too, is we basically would try to run the credit, or we'd call on account creations, and if they didn't stop us, we just kept going. It was a go, right?
Yep.
You're gonna catch yourself wasting a lot of time and being really frustrated with people. Some of these accounts are just not worth your time, plain and simple. So you need to make sure you're asking the right questions, that you're like drilling in on this. And if you have any question, if you could even get paid on this, because they are catching them.
Yeah.
You try to slip one through and just hope that you're gonna get paid.
Might be 2 or 3 weeks later, but they do.
They're gonna pull them. So understand the policy, and if you have a question, just go get a different deal. Like that's the best advice I could give you. There's rules to protect us from NIS and to protect NIS from us. So, I mean, again, I can't stress it enough. Study the arbitration policy. When in doubt, walk away and go get another one.
Okay, just quick housing reminders. A few things. Please make sure our code of conduct is respectable. We're not leaving trash out. We're not being super loud. We don't have late hours, annoying people. We need to be able to come back to these apartment complexes. And the way we can do that is on our past performances. So please make sure we have good code of conduct. Everybody's confirmed dates, not just the beginning, but the end date as well. Vivint has a policy, basically, if a rep leaves before their end date, they get put on a leave early pay scale. And this isn't something that we manually do. It's just boom, automatic left early pay scale because they didn't fulfill when they were gonna be out there the whole summer.
It's not a pretty pay scale.
No,
It's not making a lot of money.
No.
And basically you're forfeiting the rest of your commission.
Yes.
So
as if you quit. So just make sure we're on top of this. And if you do have any questions, ask your area director.
Just a reminder, more for you managers than anything, but just so that you guys have the expectation. But we want you guys doing interviews with your managers, and managers, we want you interviewing your reps. So there's typically at least 3 times that are scheduled, and obviously there's probably a lot more interactions as needed, but specified interviews right when you get there on arrival. We want you guys interviewing with the manager, setting the expectations for the team, midsummer check-in, just making sure that you're still doing good mentally, physically, emotionally, making sure the manager understands your needs. We can't help you if we don't understand where you're struggling. And then an end of season interview. So managers, make sure you're scheduling them. Rookies, veterans, if you haven't had an interview with your manager yet, bug them, ask them when it's scheduled for, and make sure that we get these done.
We wanted to run through the most common compliance violations that are happening. I'm not gonna, again, just like Wyatt said, take a picture of this. We're gonna run through every one, but please make sure that we are compliant. We have 3 strikes and we're gone. So Vivint wants to maintain their reputation. They want to maintain a long future for everybody. And the only way we really do that is make sure that we are a great sales force and that we're doing things the right way. So just as you can see here, we have Street Genie manipulation, bypassing these guardrails will be strike 1, strike 2, and the 3rd strike, you're out. So let's make sure we're not messing up with unfulfilled promises. our permits, make sure our sales leaders are obtaining the right and required permits for our cities and our states, and then don't impersonate any other product or company in your sales approach. So let's make sure that we're just doing things the right way. If for any reason you do accidentally, or you have done this and you look back and you're like, you know what, I shouldn't have done that, or crap, in the moment I did this, it's okay as long as you self-report that and you reach out and you self-report the mistake that you made. If you did that, there's no repercussions. But if you don't self-report and you are caught doing something that is a violation of company policy, then that's a strike. 2 more, you're gone. So let's make sure that we are self-reporting if we do happen to make a mistake, because we all do. We all make mistakes.
For sure. It's going to happen. But one thing to also note that we just had confirmed today is if you do self-report on something and there is a compliance issue with that account, you are not getting paid on that account. So there will be a hold on the account. It doesn't move you up the levels, but I promise that is much better than losing your job.
Yes.
So don't hesitate to report, even though you might not get paid on the account. That is one account that you don't get paid on. 10 times better than losing the job.
Yep. All right, let's run through competitions and incentives. Here we go. Last week, dinner goal, we had 4 offices who earned it. That is awesome. So congrats to Abilene, Des Moines, Greensboro, and Jackson for all earning dinner goal week 2. Week 3, dinner goal. Here we go. We got the top 15 teams in VPP attachment rate percentage. So go out, get dinner goal for week 3.
Number minimum 30, and the rep has to qualify to be able to get the budget for themselves. To qualify, you have to have a minimum of 40 hours worked or install 1 FP plus. Otherwise, you don't qualify as part of the team for the dinner goal incentive, even if the team earns it.
Yep.
Viper is already here. That's crazy. I feel like we just started the summer and we're already in our first competition. So, but the Viper is one of the longest running competitions of the summer. The idea behind the Viper is to get us to sell the right type of accounts. So that's what Vivint is focused on. They have all their metrics based around the type of account, but this is where you guys get to learn proper packaging that you want to be able to sell that's the most profitable. And if you guys can take this competition serious, by default, you guys will naturally start selling these specific types of accounts that actually end up putting the most money in your pockets. So it's really important to get bought into this. But the dates for the Viper, seeding starts now till May 9th. Then we've got a week 7 series, May 11th to June 27th. And then the playoffs, June 29th to July 18th. So literally from now till middle of July, we should be talking about the Viper every single day in our meetings.
Okay, now for recognition, here we go. Top 10 rookies for last week. Number 10, Abel Sanchez with 3 out of Tampa. Number 9, Gutaiba Taha, 3.2 out of Tallahassee. Good job, Tallahassee. All right, number 8, Braden Christensen, 3.6 out of Mobile. Good job, Braden. Number 7, Jackson Youngblood, 4 out of Greensboro. Number 6, Brandon Bowes, 4 out of Jackson. Number 5, Brandon Gray, 4.3 out of Tampa. Number 4, Amin Rabaya, 4.8 out of Tallahassee. Number 3, Isaiah Blackman. That's a wonderful picture. Look at that. Good jobs. 6.7 out of Greensboro. Good job, Isaiah. Number 2, Caleb Alexander Jean-Louis with 7 out of Tallahassee. And our number 1 rookie. Let's give it up for Mr. Vanch Chuhan. I hope I pronounced that right, Vanch. 8 FP plus out of Tallahassee. Now, I'm going to pause here because Vanch was here last week. We didn't see him on anything.
Right.
Because he sold how many?
I don't know, 0?
0.
0.
Okay. Not to call you out by any means. You're a rookie. It was your very first week. You sold 0. But then week 2, you go out and bust out 8. Dude, that is amazing. Vanch, great work. So proud of you. Incredible effort. Whatever you did, mimic, replicate, and go make that happen for this week. And then just bump it up a little, hit double digits. You were so close. Good job, Vanch.
Heck of a comeback. All right, top 10 sophomores last week. Coming in at number 10, we had Parker Mathiasen with 4 out of Savannah. Braden Knopp at 4.5 out of Abilene. Blake Hardesty with 5.5 out of Tallahassee. Number 7, Noah Boatwright with 6 out of Savannah. Number 6, Buddha. Elijah Cook with 6.4 out of Tallahassee. Number 5, we see this name a lot, Gage Sweet with 7 out of Greensboro. Number 4, Colton Martin with 8 out of Greensboro. Number 3, Jason Lee, 8.4 out of Savannah. Number 2, Mustafa with 9.2 out of Tallahassee. And our number 1 sophomore again was Faraz, 11.6 out of Tallahassee. This is gonna be a name I have a feeling that we see at the top a lot this summer. Kind of there chasing me here every week.
That's right.
But good work to you, Faraz, and good work to everybody on the top 10 sophomores.
All right, now for our vets, here we go. Top 10, coming in number 10, Will Poles with 8 out of Tampa. Then we got number 9, Nick Grant with 9 out of Mobile. Number 8, Nick Melson, 9 out of Jackson. Number 7, Sanch Singh with 9.4 out of Tallahassee. I know, Sanch, you messaged me. We had a little error, and One Stop is fixing it. You actually did 10, so congrats. But on the report, it shows 9.4. Still love you, dude. Number 6, Nick Turner, 9.4 out of Savannah. Great job, Nick. Number 5, Antonio Shaw, his first week out there. Antonio Shaw runs and does 10, week 1.
Light work for Antonio.
That is true. That's true. We're going to see some big numbers from him. Number 4, Grayson Hoagland, 10.8 out of Greensboro. Double digits again. Number 3, Brennan Eckert, 13 out of Savannah. Okay, so last week, 13. This week, 13. And he had his career best 2 weeks in a row and 3 weeks into summer.
That's awesome.
Dude, Brennan, you are a force to be dealt with. Hopefully we see you up here a lot all summer long. Number 2 is Grant Hoagland with 13.3 out of Greensboro. Look at that. He also had his career best only 3 weeks into summer. Grant, and he's running a team.
Yeah.
He's got so much on his plate.
And he's still cranking.
Good job, Grant. And our number 1 vet on the week last week, of course, it is Mahir Malasetti with 16.2. I knew it wasn't going to last long that he wasn't number 1. Sorry, Grayson. Mahir just came up and knocked you out of spot. But Grayson, get back up there, all right? Let's see it. Mahir, proud of you, brother. 16.2. That's awesome.
All right, gold standard, 3 or more on a Saturday. We had 4 guys do at least 3 accounts. We had Sanch Singh, we had Nick Melson, Craig Hunnell, and Sam Polk all go out and do 3 on Saturday. We had Brendan Eckert with a 4 spot on Saturday out of Savannah. Mahir as well with a 4 spot out of Tallahassee. And we had Grayson Hoagland with a 5 spot. Almost half of his accounts came on Saturday.
Crazy.
As well as Grant. No wonder he had a career best. 5 on a Saturday. That's a heck of a week from the Hoagland brothers. 10 accounts between the 2 of them, the Batman Robin combo.
Did you know they were watching the leaderboard? It was like boom.
I'm sure they're just competitive as hell right now. Like just trying to beat each other. Nothing like beating your big brother or your little brother, right?
Always. Great job, Hoaglands. All right, let's see how our offices did last week as they are ranked. Coming in, number 7, Jackson with 36.6 last week. Number 6, Abilene, 44.1, 15 reps with cells, 6 were rookies. Number 5 was Tampa with 50 FP plus. Good work to you, Tampa. Number 4, Mobile East, 51.9. Great job, Mobile. 14 reps with cells, 5 rookies with cells last week. Number 3, Savannah, 81.4 FP plus, 20 reps with a cell, 9 rookies. And look at this, they were so dang close. But Greensboro ended up topping them with 81.9. So close. Coming in number 2 is Greensboro. Good job. 15 reps with cell, 4 rookies with this cell. And our number 1 office last week, Tallahassee. This is awesome to see them. Week 2, 108. They broke 100.
Yeah, they did in the preseason though, so we can't expect.
Oh yeah, let's not give them too much love, right?
I don't think we'll see them dip below 100 the rest of the summer. At least I hope not.
No, I don't think so. Breaking 100 a few weeks in is absolutely incredible. Good job.
14 rookies with the cell too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of accounts probably coming from rookies, which what that means is this number is just going to keep climbing.
Yep. Speaking of rookies with accounts, we actually created a new slide for the podcast, and we're going to run through that right now. Office rookie production. We threw this on here because it's great to see the lifeblood of our company and to track this every week. Yeah. This is a barometer to see growth for the following year every year. So if we have a lot of rookies got outselling a lot of accounts, typically we have a lot of growth the following year. So got to give a shout out to Tampa with 23, breaking 20 FP plus from rookies, and Tallahassee breaking 40 FP plus from rookie production. So great job to all of you, but great job really to Tallahassee and Tampa, Florida boys, making it happen with rookies this week.
It'll be fun to watch this grow though, because not only are most teams still waiting for their rookies to show up, but the rookies that are there are still just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So these numbers are going to substantially.
We'll see them. Yeah, we'll see them ebb and flow and change. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get into the entities. We've got for top 5 management groups last week. Coming in at number 5, we have Trentwood Management with 41.3 FP plus. Coming in at number 4, Nick Grant Management with 46.9. Coming in at number 3, Will Poles, 51.5. Number 2, Grant Hoagland Management Group with 65.3 FP plus, and our top management group on the week, none other than Mihir Malasetti, 108.1 FP plus. Good job, Mira.
Senior management groups last week, we had Nick Grant's 51.9, Trent Wood 177.9, and Lucas Duquesne leading out 228 FP plus. Great job, guys.
All right, my region did 279.9 FP plus. This was a slight dip from last year's same week, but I mean, we had a wedding and we had some of the managers attending the wedding, so to be expected. I'm sure these numbers will climb and we'll be back in the positives next week. And then bronze region with 457.8 FP plus. That's actually pretty big. That's I don't know. Did you grow or did you stay even this week?
I didn't look at the whole group actually. Shame on me. I was looking dialed into everybody else.
That's all right. But the fact that we're seeing these numbers and these are low numbers is kind of crazy, because I remember a few years ago, if we were anywhere scraping 500, we were stoked, and it must have been one of the career best weeks for the senior region. So obviously we're growing, but we want to keep reaching for higher numbers.
All right, each week you're going to see area director production. We want everybody to know the standard of an area director, and that is at bare minimum 8 FP plus a week. 8 FP plus a week shows our reps as an area director that not only can they manage a solid group, but they can still go sell every day and a couple on a Saturday. So we're measuring this and we're pushing our area directors to do 8 or more. We do this by putting them in categories. So we got the safe zone, you'll see right there in the bottom of the slide. Caution zone is anywhere from 6 to 8. And if you are below 6, you are in the danger zone. So that's what we want to avoid, is no danger zones, all right? So here it is, show everybody there. We've got a few of you in the danger zone. We're going to give a couple passes to Brett getting married. Obviously, he wasn't even out. And Ben joining that wedding or attending the wedding. Obviously, he was gone for half the week. So, but outside of that, we've got Lucas, Russ, and Trent. Get out of the danger zone. Don't be there anymore. Great job to Will Poles, Nick Grant, Grant Hoagland, and Mihir Malasetti for being in the safe zone. All right, time for my favorite part of the podcast. We get to recognize the MVP from last week. Here we go. It is Mustafa Bayati. Mustafa, not only do I freaking love your name, by the way, just all I think of is Lion King and just King, dude, King. He's getting it done. He's gonna rule the world. I can feel it. All right, Mustafa, you are the MVP this week. We're gonna run through it, but you are a sophomore out of Tallahassee, just so everybody knows. You're from Houston, Texas, and you're only 21 years old. 21. Dude, this guy has a bright future ahead of him. I love it. I thought it was pretty cool. Your career best, unless we have the reporting wrong, but I'm pretty sure is 10 FP plus, and you did that in the preseason. Dude, he was on a blitz in the preseason, did 10 FP plus. Absolutely incredible. We're recognizing you for the MVP because last week you wore a few different hats at some of the highest level that we can see. So you were number 2, ranked number 2 as sophomore last week with 9.2 FP plus. Personally. But then you go out and you recruited somebody on the doors, and then they shadowed you the next day on Friday. You sold 3 in front of them. And then when that rookie was able to get on the doors on Saturday for the very first day, he went out and sold 2 himself. So clearly, not only are you selling at a high level, but you are able to teach others to do the exact same thing. And that right there is commendable.
I think that just shows his confidence too. Obviously he had, you know, some magic sauce and he was feeling himself and he's selling every day, but to go on the doors, I think some guys would be scared to do that. They'd be scared to be like, dude, you want to come try it? Come see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then for him to clutch up and show a great day, right? Sometimes it's bad, but when a rookie goes and shadows you and watches you pop 3 in a day, they're like, dude, this is easy.
Yeah, they quit their job.
Now he has a perception of how easy the job is. It's not, but he thinks it is, and goes out and sells 2 the very next day. Just goes to show that like Mustafa is on fire right now.
Yes, and absolutely deserving of MVP. So proud of you, Mustafa. Thanks for making it happen this week, and we want to see more of this. All right, the thought of the week. We're gonna give this one over to Wyatt. He showed me something earlier today, and I was like, dude, that has to be the thought of the week. I absolutely loved it. So Wyatt, we're gonna give it to you.
All right, so this is the thought. If you are lost, the answer is education. If you are educated, the answer is execution. And if you are executing, the answer is consistency. So how I relate that to this job is some of us are feeling a little bit lost, meaning we don't really know what we're doing. We don't understand the product, the sales process. We haven't really gotten through the learning curve yet. Your answer is to just keep educating yourself. Keep role playing, keep studying, keep, just getting out and practicing and hitting the doors from the mind of I'm trying to educate myself, right? Some of you guys already know how to sell this product. You've already done a summer or maybe multiple summers with us, but you guys aren't executing, right? Like you guys are going out and you're not giving it your all. You're not knocking all the hours, or you're only knocking the hours sometimes. Your morning routine is off. You're not dialed in. You understand the product, you understand the sales process, you have the education. Now you need to execute. And some of you are executing, but how consistently are you executing, right? So the consistency is what you need to focus on. Where you are working all the hours sometimes, it's gotta be always. Like everything needs to be dialed in consistently. So wherever you feel like you are on this little chart here, you know the answer. If you're lost, get more education. If you have the education, start executing. If you feel like you're executing, look at your consistency of the execution. And that's my thought of the day.
Well said. Couldn't do anything better. Thanks, Wyatt, dude. I love that message. That's it for the podcast this week. We'll see you next week. Peace.